see things.
Something popping up?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Good job, Tony.
you're right. I see an ad.
We did it.
Okay. Round 2.
At least we're seeing something. That's the point here. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Oh,
we got one practice run due to technical difficulties. So let's see if we're half as good the second time around. Hi everybody, we are Naked Roll Rats. We're gonna play some D&D for you. This is our homebrew campaign called Seeking the Cardinals. I am your DM for this game. Go by Tam and go by she, her.
Everyone, I'm Ethan. I'm playing Isaac Crow, the party's wizard, and both of us go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Artem Petrova, the Shadow Monk, and we both go by he, him.
hi, I'm Jaden, and I'll be playing Oleander Rostar, your Wood Elf Circle of Dreams druid, and both of us go by he, they.
Hello, I'm Finch. Go by Shide. I will be playing Ruby Libertaz, the Tabaxi Fathomless Warlock. Who goes
Beautiful.
by he, they.
Hi,
Shit.
I'm Taylor. I'm Taylor. I'm playing.
Wait, no, I get to say it because he always steals my name. Hi, I'm Taylor. Taylor is not able to make today's game, so I will be manning Ben Chrysanthos, our Fearwolf fighter. With the current state of things, if you don't hear a lot from Ben, that's probably why. In addition to, there's been some stuff going on, and Ben has some feelings about it, so.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's so happy.
Everyone's
You know,
jumping with joy.
I would love for that to be the case for the start of any point of this game. Like, please. I just need
once, can we start a session on a good note?
Right, like
Artem reaches under the couch and pulls out a party popper and just pops it. Woo!
Woo.
I was gonna say, the fact that Artem's probably one of the happiest people amongst this crew right now is just a little bit ironic to me.
I mean, he's achieved his goal.
Life's
Right.
wonderful.
Life is great, and now there's more. Now there's more where that came from.
Found life. Life good.
Save wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Bro.
So last week, we all had gotten together on the boat called the Grave Mistake. You guys were escorted down to the captain's quarters of Captain Artem Petrova, and kind of filled everyone in on what's been going on. The fact that Isaac has the black spot, where the next plan is for you all to go, kind of what next steps are, and everything. And so it was discussed that we're gonna head to Trost because that's where the boat was going anyway, amongst on its way to eventually get to Pirate Island, as it will henceforth and forever be known. And yeah, there was some.
What are you talking about? It's called Linward.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me actually read my notes. Yeah, there was discussion of potentially getting the black spot off of Isaac now. You guys had summoned Crowley, the totally normal cleric that is on this boat, and Crowley unfortunately was unable to muster the courage in order to interact with the black spot. Seems like something had gone down with that particular item in Crowley in the past. So you are on a boat, and you have made your the command has been made to go south towards Trost. So we have a couple days of travel. Pretty much what we're going to be doing is essentially fast traveling these. If there is any point that anyone wants to do anything or talk with anyone, feel free to. But Artem, for this next day of travel, so all of you would be able to get a long rest between the last conversation and this one. For this next day of travel, can I get you to roll a performance check for me?
I'm a bard.
As the resident person who knows how to play music on this boat.
Hey, Ruby's trying, okay? He's practicing, just not yet.
Hey, Kubishak, thank you for the subscription. Let's see here.
Adorable dinosaur. It would have fit in those chairs.
Hold on, okay, well, whatever this is, I add 3 to it, I think. 15.
15 plus 3 is 18.
No, 12 plus 3, 15.
Okay, I was like, how are you so good at rolling performance checks?
I'm okay for a monk.
That's what I'm saying, is why is it decent and this isn't even your class?
Listen, the story the dice tell the story.
You know,
we just follow.
Valid. I won't argue with it. The rest of you, as this next day of travel comes in, you've all had a little bit of time to sleep on the conversation that you had with each other and everything. The rooms that were assigned to you aren't terrible, but definitely not nearly as nice as the room that Artem has. It seems like there's potentially some weird I was going to say magic, but of course. It seems like the warmth and the niceness that is in that room particularly is unique for this boat. It's not that you're uncomfortable, it's just this boat is named a grave mistake for a reason. It's not the finest boat that you all have ever slept on. But as you wake in the morning, and as Artem is kind of doing that crossover at the end of his watch, and kind of staying up late, the storms around you, it's been a minute since you guys have been on the seas. And it was probably really easy to forget, especially because there was no problem when you guys were on Lindworn. There was never like any storms you had to worry about. Nothing like that was ever going on once you guys entered that whole collection of islands to get to the Lindward City. But being back on the ocean and seeing how rough the seas are and how terrible the storm is and how windy and battered your ship is, to see it calm after hearing Artem play Barista kind of hits, where it's like, oh, that was her job, but also potentially puts into perspective of, oh, this is still going on. And maybe the conversation that you had with Artem previously of no wonder people potentially are dying on this boat or on the seas right now. If someone is out here without the capability to calm this, that's scary, and that's a problem. But for today, you're able to have a nice clear day of travel. And yeah, anything that anyone would like to do with this day.
Ollie is going to go somewhere reasonably secluded.
Okay.
Not trying to like hide per se, but just like so he doesn't get interrupted for a bit. Sorry. rewind. Point of order. First, he's gonna go find Artem
Okay.
and ask, Artem, I apologize. I don't mean to be presumptuous. I know there's a whole lot of a ceremony that has to go regarding travel on the sea and all of that. Would you or any of your crewmates happen to have incense on board?
I know sometimes Crowley does have some weird things in his possession. I might be able to go test for you. Uh, I'll look around for copper.
Okay. Copper, knowing her job, especially where this is kind of on the changeover of her coming to man the ship while you're getting ready to go chill for the day, very, very easily is at your right hand side.
Yeah. My friend over here, Ollie, was wondering if we had any incense aboard, so I was wondering if any of the crew members might have any incense in their possession. If so, if they'll allow us to use it. How much do you need of it? Is there a certain amount or anything?
Roughly 25 golds worth.
Okay. If anybody has that amount available on them, we'll pay them 50 gold for it.
Okay. And this halfling that you have seen before goes, oh, sure. Probably, I don't think we have any of that in store, but probably for that, I think Crowley would probably be the closest. The price bump definitely helps. Might be able to convince him of that. Let me see what I can do for you. And she kind of like heads off and ducks away. Ollie, with your perception that you have, like Copper is of all the crew on this ship, Copper looks the most like normal. Like she doesn't give you the weird creepy vibes that like a lot of people on the ship do. But like with your passive, you can see that she has tattoos everywhere. But they look like they're like tattooed. They look more like the white tattoos or like the scar tattoos. And like that is just head to toe. But she's covered up a lot of them. But for as nice of a person as she is, who knows what that's about.
Right. Yeah, as she runs off, I'll kind of lean over to Artem. I don't mean to be presumptuous, Artem. But, and I don't want to mince words. Your crew is strange, and some of the comments and the sort of conversations that you have are filling me with a multitude of questions. I don't know the rest of these. I guess your companions, former companions. We've only known each other for a matter of days, but they vouch for you, and I guess I'm not sure if I want the answers. I can't help but feel a little bit afraid.
Are you by any chance new to sailing?
I'm new to a lot.
Well,
I was landlocked until about a few months ago, and then my life got very chaotic very quick.
Well, these are very experienced sailors. They come in all kinds of different sorts, and they're usually the more experienced, usually the crazier they get. So, for the most part, most of these people are just really good at their job. But they all seem a little bit different. But then again, we all look a little different, right?
Fair. Right.
And it is nice to meet you. Like, I had to handle some business, and I was worried about leaving them alone you've met them. They can be excitable,
Yes.
but so I was worried about that, and it seems like you're a pretty level-headed person, so I do appreciate you taking care of them.
Yes. Yes, they are. They are. They like to act first and think second, and it has its time and place. And they were very helpful for my personal, and I'll kind of gesture to the sword.
Oh, can I
for my
touch that?
personal
No, I'm just
goal.
kidding. I'm just messing with you. I don't want to touch that. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, also, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to get you in trouble with your wife. I hope she's not. I hope
Liz,
do I need to apologize
no,
to her as
no,
well?
nope. That was 100% me, and I did apologize to her all night for that. That was my bad. You got to understand a little backstory. She's been gone. She got captured a long time ago, but I thought she was. We all thought she was killed, and unfortunately, she had been captured, and a lot of different people did different. There was a hag that was draining her power from her and her energy from her, and I killed the hag and got her back, but she's also been there for a long time, and so both of us are kind of going through a lot with that kind of situation. Obviously, she's kind of free from it, and I have her back, and I didn't ever think I was ever gonna get her back. I had already kind of come to the thought that she was gone, and I tried my best to move on, and it was not going well for me. And so I'm in this weird state of this doesn't feel real.
No, that's understandable. Yes, there's probably very few people in existence who have had to reverse the grieving process, which is a good thing ultimately, but
Yeah.
I would imagine
It's a lot.
a complicated path to trudge. But so yes, that was the other thing I wanted to apologize about that. But I just yes, I'm learning a lot about life, and I'm having to learn it very quickly. And so I was sailing to Lindworm for my own personal goals, and then the ship that I was on was seized by the Black Talons, and I started to make what I thought was kind of my first friend, and he was in a bad situation, and I was trying to help him, and then all of these other people showed up, and they were trying to get involved in our business, and I didn't know if I could trust them, but I kind of didn't have a choice because everything just started getting really intense, really, really fast, and Ollie just kind of starts talking faster and faster and faster.
Hey,
And then we had to go dive into the ocean, and we had to fight this creepy fucking monster that kept trying to put us to sleep or paralyze us, and it had this disintegration. It had so many eyes, and I'd never been that far underwater, and I didn't know what it was, and we just kept having to fight it, and then it hit
Ollie,
me really, really hard.
As you're like talking, you just feel a pat from Clover.
and as you kind of come to focus, you realize that Artem just sat down next to you and was just like sat down with his like legs crossed and just put his like hands on his chin and was just like and oh yeah, and just listens to the whole thing.
I just
Hey, no, sometimes you just gotta get it off your chest.
yes, it's just been a lot, and so then when we got teleported off a boat into the middle of a storm, and there was another boat.
Yeah, they said there was a moose or something like running on water or something like that.
Oh, hi. I was the elf.
Oh, so you can turn into like different kinds of animals?
I'll shift down into a dog.
Oh, so the only person I saw do that was I've seen Isaac do that, but he turned into a big old shark, and that was it was really terrifying, but like really cool at the same time. This is just really adorable.
From the dog's mouth. I get that a lot.
Hey, Copper, can you believe he could just turn into like a dog?
Looking around for Copper.
Yeah, do we lose Tam?
Oh,
Oh, I think we
There's
lost
Tam.
Tam.
Sorry.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry. I lagged really bad, and I was like, I can hear things and I can't respond.
Yeah.
I was just like, Copper's just like, I'm not talking to these guys. They're weird. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for sure. No, Copper does come back. She comes back looking a little worried. And she does hand you over a portion of incense, and she goes, "Hey, Captain, when we dock, I'm just saying you probably owe him a bit. It took some convincing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No worries.
I will pull out 100 gold and put it in Copper's hand.
Jeez.
Give that to him, if you would.
Okay. And like she puts it in her pocket and is like,
just,
"Is there?"
Copper, just make sure it gets to him, please.
Oh, of course, always,
Yeah. Thanks.
of course. But for me to you, he's real mopey right now, so just might need to I don't know, do you take someone like him on a shopping spree? I mean, I could do it later. He's real mopey right now, and it's seeing someone that looks like him crying just doesn't look well.
Yeah, that's fine. We can. I mean, he probably needs more supplies anyway, so we can just get him some.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, and she like motions to Ollie and is like, "Hey, thanks. I'll get this to him, and hopefully that will cheer him up a bit. I'll let you know if I need help, like scraping him off the floor or whatever. But we'll get there." And like, he looks back to you, Artem, and goes, "Anything else I can do?"
Nope. As always, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, Captain. At ease, I guess. And she just turns
I was
off.
like, he just gives like the most random over the top salute just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, and that's she says that in response to you, just at ease, I guess, and then goes.
But yeah, there you go. If you need anything else, I mean, you can always ask me. My door's always open to everyone here. But if you see Copper, she's usually really good about taking care of any other things you might need.
Right.
Maybe don't overdo it, but she's great. Just don't want to.
Obviously. No, I understand. I appreciate. I don't think I have a good scope of what all of pirating is from the very limited experience I've had. But it's nice to see that you're so cordial while still being a captain of a vessel. It seems to be a rare commodity among the greater sort of seafaring people.
Did you say pirate?
I've seen literally 2 captains that aren't pirates in recent times, so I guess it's just... And one of them was, I think, Ruby.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm a captain. I am not a pirate. I feel like I've killed a fair bunch of pirates to not be a pirate. So for now, we'll just say captain.
I was gonna say that, like, that to Ollie probably doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You've seen plenty of pirates kill other pirates.
Yeah.
No, that was his exact line of thought. I was like, that doesn't make you not a pirate. We're not gonna have that conversation.
What's the name of the people that went around killing pirates?
Privateers?
Yeah. Pretty much Artem's retirement is just becoming a privateer.
I'm just picturing like cartoon Ollie drawing a Venn diagram and like pirates, and like the more that Artem talks, it's like, do I put you in this category?
Artem is the most piratey non-pirate.
Pirate adjacent.
Yeah, the most piratey non-pirate to ever sail.
Right.
But yeah, no. Well, again, I'm going to head off to bed since I usually am the one staying up all night, doing the night patrol. So I'm gonna.
Right. Thank you. And seriously, if you have any ill effects because of the sword, none of them have cried blood. So if there's any ill effects, I'm fairly confident in my healing abilities. Please come find me.
Okay, will do. And then I will give him an over-the-top salute and smile, real stupidly, and just be like, and give you a nod, and then just start walking back to my room.
Beautiful.
You know, as Ollie's shuffling off to find the secluded place I mentioned earlier, he's just thinking to himself, "Yeah, he fits in with them. That tracks."
If they're gonna go running to anybody, running into Artem makes the most.
Peas in a pod, those ones.
Right. That Venn diagram also includes Isaac and Ruby.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Ruby has called themselves a pirate so many
Since
times.
the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Absolutely. He's never been on any like disillusion that he's not a pirate.
Never said anything about being a sailor. Was always like, I'm gonna be a pirate.
I'm a
To
pirate.
everyone.
I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Besides your one like old hat, the only other hat that you have worn has been a pirate hat this whole campaign.
Which right now, that hat, the cold hat, would be a good hat for now.
would be great.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Because yeah, especially where you guys are at, like you guys are coming off of like the northern sector of like that whole northern channel between Air and Idune, and like the storms that you guys were getting before, like further down, like where you had encountered the harpies and everything, like they were bad storms, but like this is cold, and like this is cold rain, and this is cold wind. This is the kind that like could get at like underneath your bones if it were to be the case. But even in a really nice little bubble that you guys have right now due to Artem's performance, like it's still a little bit chilly. Ruby,
Hi.
at some point in this day, are you ever topside?
Yeah, I'd say Ruby does a fair bit of sulking, but would eventually come topside just to act like he's not actively like napping the day away due to all the circumstances.
And once you go topside, you and like are looking out onto this sea that is just, it just feels expansive with everything, especially where you had been on land for so long. It kind of is a little bit refreshing almost to like see just how much ocean there is, and to kind of see that gray and that blue. And you hear a voice in your head, and you just hear, oh, finally. Thought you were going to be stuck in that room forever.
Hello. What do you want?
Oh, just to check on you.
Really? Is that
Walls
what you
are-
want to-
Walls are really boring to look at, so I'm glad that you're getting a change of scene. It's nice.
You could just force me to go upside if you really wanted to. You know that.
What? I believe in autonomy, Ruby.
Do you really?
Of course. I have the choice of giving you powers or not. You have the choice of doing the things that make me happy enough to give you those powers. I feel like that is the fullest sense of autonomy ever.
That night, that wasn't a natural storm. Was it?
You've seen what my mother can do.
Was it truly her? I don't even know why I'm asking you. You probably just hide information, like you usually do.
Ooh.
Let's just say you got caught in some crossfire. And I felt bad. And so I needed a new lens in which to see the world. So figured that I could make my own benefit from my mother's tantrum.
Yet you never felt bad enough to ever dissuade me from this delusion I was under.
Oh no, it made for a fantastic story. How adventurous were you? You did some pretty incredible things, and you had such bravado. Why wouldn't I want to be that main character?
It's all good to have a nice little story to watch every now and then.
Of course.
But then it became a bit too real, didn't it?
For you,
And
perhaps.
then your true allegiance is shown. Quite clearly.
You just hear a sigh, and the sigh kind of bubbles with the sound of like a wave crashing. And she just goes, Ruby, believe it or not, I'm not actually out to get you.
I know you're not. That would imply I'm important.
Oh, cool.
I'm just another toy for you.
There is a cackle in your head of is that what matters? If I think you're important, do you think you're important?
No one has ever thought I was important.
Including
unless I'm-
yourself. So,
Not unless I'm a trophy being shown off. This is the only time I have ever had importance in life.
then be my beautiful trophy. Let me give you that importance. And at
Why?
this point, you can like see in the waves like a figure of Herona, like the bubbles that you saw before. You see that forming as it used to. And she goes, why not?
I'll tell you why not. When I was with my parents, I was a trophy to be shown off. I was their prized possession, and I thought it was the worst thing in the world. Then you came along, and I thought I was so important. Only to find out, no, I was simply your little secret. That's what I am, aren't I? Your secret little getaway to see the world.
I mean, it's not very secret if I'm telling you what you are to me. There's importance there. But you should know that where this is a contract between us, I could care less how much you view me. Because I could take this away at any moment. But you're the one that has to sleep and look at yourself every single day. And unfortunately, when you're moping and having a bad time, I have to watch that too. So maybe take what I'm doing with a grain of salt. You are important here. But does that matter?
Yes, it matters because of one reason. There was someone who did think I was important.
And you left her, didn't you? You ran.
Don't you dare put that on me. It was you withholding information that got us into that mess.
I saved your life, Ruby.
Yes, you did save my life, and look what I have done with it. I've
Not
just
much,
run around
apparently.
like a headless chicken, all for the sake of giving you a nice little view.
Sure. Because you're the lost pup. I'm just enjoying the ride. So what are you going to do? What direction do you have?
I don't know, okay?
Then figure it out.
What do you want me to do? Have some magic answer? Go back to just being this happy little thing that goes around giving you a view? That's not going to happen. I have been through a lot, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I even want.
Then figure it out. What kind of story is more boring to be a part of than one that has no feeling, no flow, no... You had that once and you lost that spark. I'm just trying to say, maybe get it
Perdona.
back.
I lost that spark because I actually started to care about whether I lived or died. Because I started to actually care about the people around me. Because for once, I started to think I actually mattered to someone.
Take it from me, Ruby. As someone who knows what it's like to not matter, to be a number, to be a, what is that you called a trophy on a shelf? That's not going to mean anything until you decide that you're the one worth living for. Why do you think I do what I do? It's not because you're not the first I've done this with. I've made contracts time and time again for various reasons. But it's because it's what brings me joy and what brings me satisfaction and is made of me who I am. I could care less what you think of me. I get to enjoy who I am. And no one decided that except for me. Now, sure, that could be the graciousness of being a god. Or a goddess, as you love to say. This lady of the sea. But don't you dare think for a second that I don't know what it means to be at the bottom of it. So, it's up to you. Either continue to wallow and or maybe put some actual trust and belief in yourself. Don't waste what I gave you. And the bubbles dissipate.
Ruby's going to just look out at the sea. Something that once upon a time brought him comfort, brought him this sense of wanderlust. And now all he feels is trapped.
That feeling that you had yesterday of the goosebumps around your hands and your neck and everything kind of fades off a bit.
And Ruby will simply go back to his room and stare at a wall, just to spite her.
You should paint like a little bit on the wall and then just sit there and watch it.
There will be consequences to this. Your patron will remember this, is what was going to be said.
Oh, dude, that'd be a cool t-shirt.
Anything else that anyone would like to do with this day?
Yeah, Ollie's gonna go find, now that he has the incense, he's gonna go find a space in the storage or the spare room.
I mean, you would have a room. Artem would have arranged that for you all.
I just wasn't sure if we were sharing rooms or anything. Just
if you do share a room, you're going to be sharing it with Ben. So
Okay.
Yeah, you could just put a sock on the door.
Right. I mean, he's laying in bed sulking or whatever he's doing. So I'm going to pull out Clover, who is in their preferred form, which is just a beautiful, pristine, bright orange fox. I'm gonna set them down, and I'm gonna go, okay, buddy, I'm gonna need your help a little bit. I'm gonna sit down on the floor and pull out the incense, and letting some of it burn and grabbing the ash from it, and setting some others in very key locations, and I'm drawing sigils on the ground and having Clover help me, use his paw to draw some of them. And over the next 10 minutes, as we draw this circle and just start imbuing it, and more of that kind of gold glimmer starts to fill the air, I'm going to cast, and I apologize in advance, I'm going to cast Divination.
Oh.
And I'm going to reach out for a connection with Kamish.
Beautiful.
And I'll throw that in the chat for the details.
Yeah, for surezies. Contact with one god or god servant. Nice. Ask one question or specific goal, an activity that applies within 7 days. I can be cryptic, but I must be truthful. Fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Circumstance that might change the answer. Okay. Cool. Okay, awesome. Since this is the first time that you will be casting this, you get an answer.
Okay.
From here on out, the more you cast this, the higher that. Yeah.
And so as it's finishing,
Yeah.
he will just close his eyes and just breathe deep and try to remember the feeling in the grove when he first stepped out of the tree.
Yeah. That golden light that you experienced when you entered into the grove, you, with your eyes closed, you can see that light, and as you open them, you see yourself within that grove, and in front of you stands a massive bull with horns that are shaped like horns, but they're mixed with mountains and trees and rocks. And this massive golden ring stands with his nose, and it is imbued with all sorts of runes all throughout this nose ring of this bull. Kamish stands here. What question do you ask?
Oh, shit.
I love all of your different reactions to talking to a god, by the way. Like, no one's handled it the same way.
Well, because again, like, Ollie's loosely religious, and he was like,
Right,
you know
so
what,
to
let's
be
give
like,
this a shot.
"Oh,
And then just,
hello."
all right, God.
You asked for it, so I can't say.
Right. But yeah, he will bow deeply, and then he will, kind of afraid to make direct eye contact, kind of stare just past one of the horns, kind of into the
I was
middle
gonna
distance.
say, it's really hard. Like, it's easy to not look at his eyes, but it's really hard not to look at some of him somewhere.
Right. Yeah, just kind of like staring at the topography of one of the horns, because he doesn't...
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Will Isaac be safe when we remove the black spot from him?
Ooh.
Yeah, how do you get around that one? That's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
It says maybe.
It says maybe.
The massive ball
Shake
goes
again.
Oh no.
Shake that magic 8 ball.
Yeah.
Try again later.
Yes. Nice reply is, who the fuck is Isaac?
Yeah.
What's an Isaac?
Which one? I mean, luckily there's only one black spot here, so you were just specific enough. Chemish.
Sorry, I just thought when you said that, then I thought, oh my goodness, there's another hand, so there'll be another glove. So
Yeah, on another guy named Isaac.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
The world is so small.
Alternatively, there's a guy called Isaac who's about to get a mole removed.
yep.
Ouch, Spot. Um, Chemish, this masterful beast, does not say anything to you, but instead he reaches forward with one of his hooves, and because of course he's a bull, he has those cloven hooves, and he draws in the ground in front of you, and 2 trees grow from that spot. One is on the right side and one is on the left side. One of the trees grows incredibly well, incredibly beautiful, with a canopy that looks like fire, and with all these reds and golds, and it looks, and it seems to curve and like grow in this way that it's almost like serpentile, with this just beautiful coloration of flame. And next to it, in the other thread, grows this sad, weeping, black, dark green color of a tree. It looks like something that you probably would have pulled up from a swamp. And it pales in comparison to the size and the beauty of this other tree. But on it and around it, you see that there are stones. Beautiful white stones of alabaster all over this tree. And Chemish brings his hoof back and looks at you.
There's a recognition that I, as a mortal, am not supposed to know the whims of gods.
Right.
Battling with, why couldn't you just give me a straight fucking answer? I think
you asked about Isaac. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. And yeah, so Ollie's quiet for a couple of minutes.
Ollie, actually, go ahead and give me a quick history check if you so would like to.
I mean, obviously, like, that's an 8.
Okay. Strictly because you're from Idune, if this was, and my apologies, because we've been dealing with so many people from Tyr that I kind of forget sometimes that you are from Idune. I'll say go ahead and do advantage on that.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Dirty
Beautiful.
9.
It was almost a natural 1, and
it would have been a sad repeat of whatever the heck happened last week. Was that also a history check? No, that was Ben's history check. That's right.
Yeah.
It's hard because technically, like, you lived on Idune, but you were sequestered so much. But there is something about Chemish particularly showing you this tree of flame that stands out for some reason, and you were like beating your head of like, cool, great, that could mean something, but like it's you're stuck as to potentially getting over that
I think rather than
yeah.
trying to immediately find the answer, because he's kind of shell-shocked right now being in the presence of a god,
Yeah.
Ollie just kind of tries to burn the image into his mind and goes, I've got fucking several days of doing fuck all on a boat. I'll figure it out. And just kind of tries to memorize the scene that Kemish gave for him.
Yeah, especially for you as a druid, seeing this duality of these two trees, it's not going to be hard to forget, especially just the stark contrast between the two of them. But as you look at these trees and are like trying to like engrave them into your mind, you look up and Kemish is no longer there, but where his legs and his hooves are just replaced by forest, and you feel the gold just close in, and you see Clover before you sitting in a pile of and a ring of burnt incense.
Clover, talking to gods is fucking scary.
Clover nods at you.
He was so big. But it worked? Oh no. We have a lot to think on. Well, I'll think on. You make sure I don't go insane. And I'll scoop up Clover and just kind of go sit at if there's an end table or just on the bed.
Yeah.
And just kind of ruminate on what I saw for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, for sure. Isaac, was there anything you wanted to do with this day?
Yeah, one of these nights, Isaac is gonna make his way up to the crow's nest.
Okay. For story's sake, I'm gonna push that to tomorrow night if that's okay with you, and we can fast track to that. You guys probably have at least 4 or 5 days of travel here, just because this particular channel, and especially where you have to kind of swing around in order to get to Trost, you have got time. So the next night, so again, feel free to short rest or long rest anyone who did obtain anything or use anything. And then the next night, Artem is on duty, and you go up to the crow's nest. What would you like to do up there?
It's just, as I'm like, what are you doing?
Mystical, like, as he's probably like midway up the ladder, he's like, "Oh, you're still doing that?"
I'm like holding the bow, like, what is it, the stern of the ship or whatever, and like, yeah, the ship still moves at night.
Well, I don't have my own room anymore. I was looking for somewhere a little private, I suppose.
Okay, well, I won't eavesdrop, but have fun up at the Isaac Crow's Nest.
Yes. Your humor.
Dang it, Tony. Congrats. Taking a point of inspiration for
Yeah.
that.
I want the record to show I was trying to figure out how to make that joke for the last 60 seconds and couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
So,
same,
kudos.
same.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if it was called that before Isaac got there, because the crow's nest.
Yeah, I was like going to his namesake or what the fuck ever.
What came first, the Isaac or the crow's nest?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll head up to the top of the crow's nest and then gonna cast light just nearby to kind of help me see better.
Yeah, for sure.
I cast darkness up there. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't draw attention up here, Isaac. Oh, look, a beacon. It's
Yeah,
fine.
What could go wrong?
So you cast a small amount of light up here. What are you looking to do?
I was just gonna kind of take off his shirt, and he's gonna just kind of inspect the area that has kind of grown since he started his adventure.
Yeah. It has not moved any more since you put the black spot on. But it very much so, like, you started this with this encompassing like a good bit of your forearm. And so like having your hand and everything and like that, the dexterity issues there with this hand of jade like wasn't weird to you. Like you have carried this for a while. But there's definitely some feeling as you see that just continue to go up and up and up your arm. And it's weird, like especially where this is now meeting at your shoulder, and like you can kind of like investigate it, like very much so like those tectonic plates that I had mentioned previously. Like that's very much so the vibe here is like the jade is sitting on top of your skin, and working its way that way. It's not like there's this weird like hybrid. Like there's definitely a kind of segregation that's happening between this and everything.
We'll kind of just like press down like on the area where it's kind of like expanded to see if like there's still it's any like pain or anything is there either.
Yeah. As you press down, how hard do you press? Like, is it, because at first it just kind of feels like your shoulder.
Yeah, he'll press down like pretty light at first just to see like kind of how sensitive it is, and then pressing down like kind of hard even to see if like when he's pressing down on it if it like affects his skin, like his hair,
okay,
like
cool. As you like are investigating this, like you very much still have feeling around it. Like you, of course you do. Like you have like, sorry, that's the word of this game. Autonomy is the is here. But like you have control over your arm. Like you could still feel, it's weird. Like you could still feel your fingers and you can still feel all your nerves there. But as you kind of like investigate and touch lightly, like you can still feel it, but like the harder you press, it feels like your skin is trying to get ripped off when it comes to this jade. And like it feels very much so like it is stuck to your skin. And if you wanted to press hard enough, potentially that could be a way to separate it, but this thing is like magically just like clinging to your skin.
I was kind of just gonna like peek over the side to look down and see if Artem's still there real quick.
It is Artem's watch. Artem is topside right now.
But he's actively not trying to look up there, so he's literally just whistling and just like keeping his eyes forward.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to kind of focus on his arm and just kind of, well, actually, first he's gonna find like, he's just gonna open his bag and just grab like, just basically some like spare like leather or something to bite down on, and he's just gonna kind of like put it in his mouth and just brace himself, as he's gonna cast Fabricate on his arm.
Oh boy.
Ooh, we're pulling out all the fun spells today, aren't we? This is great.
the two full casters got access to 4th level spells.
Yeah. Done.
Oh yeah, well I got
Um,
darkness.
I got a cool sword, I guess.
I cast darkness. It is a cool sword, Ruby. Be proud of it. I'm going to be proud of that sword for you if you're not proud of it. That was the whole speech that Harona just gave you.
It wasn't effective.
As he's going to basically try and transmute his arm to be able to be like detachable, basically, is what he's trying to do. So like you could take it kind of off at the shoulder.
Okay. Interesting.
Gross as shit. Coolest thing I've ever heard.
Is there just gonna be like a little ball like on the end of the arm and then a socket that you could just like
I was joking about like the Rock'em Sock'em
Yep.
like mechanics, but like if we want to go there, I guess we can.
I'm literally seeing the joint from the Winter Soldier, that like concave.
Right, that just like yeah. Okay, so Isaac, if you were taking the time to do this, roll a quick, I will say either medicine or arcana check.
I think I know which one I'll go for.
It will change the
Persuasion.
type. Yeah, it will change the kind of answer.
Oh
I
shit.
use my human inspiration to reroll that.
Beautiful.
Dear God.
There you go. With a 19, and especially because of the look that you did before, this jade doesn't penetrate all the way down to your bone. This jade is crawling on top of you. So in order for you to fabricate it, in order for you to be able to remove it, you would literally have to essentially turn your own flesh to a socket of jade. You'd have to finish that completion. And that is what fabricate would do for you. Because how else would you be moving your arm right now? If not, there be some kind of living connection there.
Yeah, as he's like about to cast the spell, he'll just kind of like stop himself from like casting it and just kind of like
Yeah.
lean back against the crow's nest and just kind of let out a very defeated sigh.
For
like,
as
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for as much defeat as that knowledge has, at the same time, it's got to feel a little bit nice knowing that there's a piece of use in there somewhere. Not all is lost. Or else you couldn't do what you do with this arm. You're still able to cast from this arm. You're still able to do things from this arm. So that is, again, part of what that Arcana check would have given to you as well.
He'll kind of just sit up in the crow's nest for like another 5 minutes before slowly heading back down.
Yeah, for sure.
As you come down, I'm just like, I didn't see or hear anything.
Then you're not doing a very good job of keeping watch.
You. I didn't see or hear you. I whistled so I couldn't hear you, and then I was looking off in the distance so I didn't see you.
Dang.
Oh. Thanks, Aaron. I'll see you in the morning.
I will hopefully not see you in the morning.
I will be in bed by then. Artem, I'll say for the next 2-3 days. Can you give me a performance check, please? This will pretty much get you past the islands and on that final hookabout to Trust.
Oh goodness.
Depending on how well this goes.
So just one roll or 3 rolls?
We'll do one roll to encapsulate the 3 it's fast enough. Go ahead and do 3 rolls then.
Okay.
It makes things more interesting to see just how hard your journey might be.
Well, it's probably going to be pretty bad. I will say if I've not won any of them, I'm using my inspiration.
Done.
I'm calling it now.
Okay.
Can I, since this is like a known thing that has to happen every night, can I say that Ollie would give him an enhanced ability every night before he went to bed?
Ooh.
It goes for 8 hours, correct?
Let
Is it
me
concentration?
double check. I believe
I think
so.
it-
Let me double check.
Was it like an hour, 2 hours? Is it 8 hours?
Enhanced ability, concentration up to an hour.
Up to an hour. Okay.
Dang.
So you could either wake up early and give it to Artem at that point, but there would be not a way for you to give it to him, fall asleep, and then go to bed, or and then go
Right.
to bed.
I mean, I only need to sleep for 4 hours. I could.
Right. So yeah, if you wanted to give that to Artem at the beginning of each day,
Yeah,
totally
I'll do
valid.
Okay. Well, here comes 3 rolls, and these are just going to be straight rolls, so you'll have to add the +3 to these 3. Okay. Yay, I'm still really good.
Nice.
Nice.
Between the 3 days, probably the middle day, you experience the worst weather. But it's still very possible for you all to keep sailing. If anything, you get drizzled on throughout the day. But the remaining other 2 days that kind of sandwich that day are beautiful. And to be coming around the islands of Frost, the weather and the air and the warmth is back. You guys are back into waters that you were very familiar with and have sailed many times before this on the Catfish.
This is like the
Anything.
4th or 5th, like 19 that I've rolled for that. I
I know.
start to look at this viol, I'm like, is this thing magic?
Or am I? Like, looks at the fingers.
Ollie standing in the background. You sure are, buddy.
Clover just like high fives you.
Out of the jacket, just
Yeah.
Artem's just like,
Just a little, yeah.
Artem's just like, I'm the best bard to ever live.
High five implies that like there's 5 fingers, so I imagine it's like all 5, like not all 5, like 5 tentacles from Clover just all pop up. Just...
If Clover was still an octopus, that is for sure how high fives
yeah.
have to work.
Oh, it's not. The whole time I was thinking a red fox with tentacles. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
yeah. This is my familiar chimera.
This is my familiar Eldritch Horror.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Say hello, Eldritch Horror.
I found it. I found it in the corner of a dungeon. It was abandoned. It just needed a home.
It likes a little bit of blood, just a little bit.
I took it home and I gave it a bath. It's not chipped, so it's mine now. Oh man, how funny would that be as a BEG? Just you stole like this demon god's pet on accident and made it your familiar.
To be fair, someone stole my dog. I would also be a BBEG.
Also,
I know.
Absolutely.
also, are we just gonna keep acting like that's not what's going on with Nyx?
Oh, 1,000%.
You stole that
Isaac.
dude's. You stole that dude's
No,
familiar.
no, no.
You stole that guy's familiar. The reason why he's doing all the bad stuff is because you stole his snake.
Yeah.
No.
Familiar,
Stole is a strong word.
familiar and the spellbook.
I've been dropping hints the whole time.
You didn't think this guy was gonna crash out?
Oh my gosh. I mean, if anything, Nyx is treating Isaac as the pet of just like, do my bidding, please get me back to where I need to go home to.
Mush.
Don't worry. For once, Ruby can relate to you, Isaac.
Oh, you know what?
And-
I want to also commune with my deity. Everybody's got their deity. I want to commune with mine.
Yeah, Portia's there.
I've got an extra one.
Yeah, so I start praising Portia.
I was
She
gonna say,
goes,
I have an extra one if you want it, dude.
I like some incense and commune with Portia.
Walking by their room and hearing it happen, just being like, you know what? Good for him.
Artem has lit all the candles, and she just walks in and goes, "Nope," and just leave.
Maybe I should talk to someone about my feelings. No, okay, we're pressing it is.
That viol music is sure pretty. Sounds a lot like saxophone. It's okay.
When did Artem get a
Yeah.
saxophone?
You tell me. There's a lot of stuff in that hag's hut.
She was really into jazz.
Yeah, that's how she lured everyone. Was smooth jazz.
Just a hag playing smooth jazz. It was hilarious.
Oh man.
Form for wife, good life. See
Yeah.
hag, day bad.
That is one thing that they did change in 2024. Like you can have like male hags now. For I mean you could before, but like they really kind of gave that flip of if you want male or female hags or incubus or whatever, like you can make that happen. And all I can picture right now is like a cool grandpa hag playing the saxophone on his porch.
I will say,
Yeah, full 3-piece suit, fedora, black shades,
For
just
sure.
fucking going to town.
Yeah.
I still think Hexblood is such a cool like race that they added in like 5e,
Yeah.
and that nobody really ever played because it was like, I forget which book it was in. So it was just like one of those ones that some people hadn't even heard of, and I thought Hexblood, the story that you could tell with that is such a cool idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's Guide to Ravenloft. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That fits.
But yeah.
Anywho, awkward Portia scene aside, you you all wake up the next morning with probably about 2 days of travel left. It's really more like 1.5 where you guys are at right now. Anything else that you guys would like to do aboard the ship? Otherwise, we will keep sailing on to Trust.
Yes, Ruby would take the last 2 days to exclusively just practice as much as he can with Arista's flute.
Okay. Go ahead and make a couple of performance checks for me. I'll say go ahead and make 3.
Listen, if
Okey-dokey.
you need assistance, I can teach you some things.
I think this is like Ruby wants to do on his own. as much as he thinks.
I was going to say the Venn diagram of flute and violin crossover
Yeah.
is literally one little thing, and it's a treble clef, and that's about it.
And it is
There
an
we go.
instrument.
There
Yeah.
we go. good roll.
Not so great.
That's the stormy day,
not
doesn't
so
matter.
great, yeah.
I was gonna say, as you practice, you probably get a little excited and a little, not necessarily overconfident, but because things were going so well and you were actually like making some sound and like making a coherent song out of Arista's flute, there's that little bit of nerves that kick in afterwards. And just the longer that you practice, you kind of start to overthink and you're starting to not be able to keep your lips the way that they need to or hold things the way like and
Yeah, I think
it ends, yeah.
along with just messing up more, it gets into Ruby's head, and then his hands start shaking, and he starts to just spiral in his own mind.
Right. The way that we know that Ruby can.
Yeah.
But it worked. Just maybe relax a bit.
He's trying, man.
Yeah.
He's trying.
As you're sitting there playing and probably getting in your head, you'll hear a knock at your door.
Oh, yes, Autumn? What is it?
Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. I know I was just going down the hallway and I heard you playing, and I just thought it was sounding real good, and I wanted to see how you were doing.
Oh, thank you. It's a complicated question. Do you want the honest answer or the one that will make this easier?
Do you know me?
Yes, alright. So it all started. No, I'm not gonna start like that.
I was gonna say I start sitting down, cross my leg, and then just be like, no.
all ready for it.
Yep.
Same attention that he gave to Ollie, he's
Yep.
giving to you.
I find all of you
Awesome.
very interesting.
I am very sorry that there's something selfish on my mind. That is, you didn't fix everything, but you made things better. And yet the only thing that was going through my mind at that moment was, why couldn't it have been me?
Because I'm old as shit. Listen, I've been through a lot of things and I've seen a lot of things, and I say some things and sometimes it works. It doesn't always. I've been talking to Isaac for a long time, and it's one of the first times I felt like I got a real breakthrough. It could have been you. It could be anybody. You just got to keep swinging. You know
Yes,
me.
I do.
I just keep swinging and trying my best. That's all you can do. And sometimes it's going to work and sometimes it's not. You can't, just because it doesn't work out the first time doesn't mean you stop trying. I've been knocked down so... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I don't think anything has worked since I wanted to be my own person. Since the moment I tried to run away and gain my own freedom, my life has been nothing but mistakes. I immediately crashed my fiance's ship, nearly died, got saved, and then got blindsided by love, this delusion that this goddess was this person, but she wasn't. And I dragged other people into this mess. And now I'm sitting here, not really a captain, not really a pirate, not really anything. No accomplishments to my name. Nothing. I'm sitting here with nothing.
But isn't it great? Think about it for a second. No, think about it. You've had all that experience in such a short amount of time. You might look at it as failures. You might look at it, in your own perspective, but later on down the line, you're going to look back at it and realize that you were having an adventure. You're having a story that you're going to be able to tell people down the line. Not many people get to say they commune with the God. Not many people get to say they commune with two gods. Not many people get to say that they had conversations with the Pirate King and survived, shipwrecked, and saved by a god. Like, these are all amazing stories. Because your story hasn't, but your story hasn't ended yet. These are all the beginnings of your story. You're still young.
These are all great things when you look at them from the surface, but if you look a bit deeper, no. I haven't communed with gods. I've been played around like a toy. I didn't survive an encounter with the Pirate King. I was belittled and seen as just nothing. I played right into his hands.
But then again, that's how you're seeing it at the moment. Just because that's how you're seeing it at the moment. Well, yeah. Because that's where you're at right now in your head. Try again in a few days. Try again in a few weeks. It don't matter. Again, no matter what's happened and how you're looking at it, your story's not over. You still got plenty more life to give. And who's to say we don't show back up and kill that Pirate King?
I'd imagine the person who has my life on a string might have a thing to say about that.
The only person that's got your life on a string is you. Everybody else is just feeling like they have some form of power over you because you're giving them power over you. Don't give them power over you. The only person that can give you power is you. Stop looking for other people. Stop looking for God. Stop looking for anything. Start believing in yourself. And I've told you that. Same thing I told Isaac. You guys have to believe in your own power before you can start to look at anything else. Like, you are one of the...
How am I meant to do that?
You are one of the best swordsmen I have ever seen.
Am I really?
Yes.
Or is it just Herona's power been helping me this entire time? Am I really that good? I don't think I am. I don't think I've ever been good.
Did she give you a magic sword?
She certainly gave me power to do something with it.
She gave you what? What did she give you besides the ability? Okay, she did give you the cool swimming stuff and the cat propeller tail. That's amazing. Love it. Really cool. Now, okay, you could breathe underwater and all that stuff. She gave you that. I'll give you that. The sword skill, the swordsman skills and stuff like that, that's you. I don't care what you say. I don't see her training you on how to use a sword, okay? And I've watched it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I think there's something great in you. Same thing, I think there's something great in Isaac. I see what y'all can be. I see pure potential to do great things. That's why
I wish I could see it like you.
I wish you could see it like me. I really do.
Ruby starts to tear up a little bit of this. I've never looked at myself and thought I was anything impressive. I've never looked at myself and liked what I saw. I've always seen myself as a weak, pathetic little creature. Something that at one point was a trophy. And then everything happened and I thought I was special and I was chosen, but I was deluded and wronged and taken advantage of. And now what am I? A broken little cat out of his depth.
I'll grab like you by your like head and like hold it and be like, you are special. You are a champion. You are all of the things that you wish you could see, because I see it and I know that you don't, but I see it. People see it. And I don't care what anybody else says, okay? I don't care, like, if your God shit talks you behind your back, because you ain't got the balls to say it to your face. It's easy to say when you're a mile away. It's hard to say it directly to somebody's face. Listen, you are great. And can I just say something real quick? I love what you're doing with the music. You know, I've been playing this viol and I sit there and I've been playing out there. Do you know why I play the viol? Like, it seems kind of random for somebody like me to play an instrument like that.
Why?
Because I used learning how to play that to take my mind away from the fact that my wife was dead. And it was the only thing that could drown out my thoughts was playing that music. And so I kept playing it.
Does help.
And I kept playing it. And even when it sounded like nails on a chalkboard, I kept playing it because it was the only thing that could keep my thoughts at bay. It's the only thing that could keep me from crying all the time. So I see what you're doing, and I've seen it myself. We all go through really terrible times in our life, and we question ourselves, especially when we're young. But you gotta see that this story ain't over, and you're gonna do great things. I can tell you that. So let's keep doing what we're doing, and let's do those great things. Let's keep having the adventure we wanted to have a long time ago. And you know what? When we get the Tross, if you want to be, you could be the captain of the ship. I don't care.
For now, I think I'm done being captain.
That's fine, but I'm just saying, listen, if that's what you want, I'll help you with it. I've always said I will help you with whatever you're trying to accomplish. And right now, I need your help. Let's get these storms straightened out. And then, if there's some champion or whatever that your god wants us to go take the sword to or free or whatever, I will obviously go do that with you.
Thank you. Awesome. Just thank you.
Hey, no worries.
There's only ever been 2 people who've ever believed in me my entire life. One of them I'm holding in my hands. And the other one is you. Thank you.
And I'll keep believing in you, even when you don't. And then I'll just...
One day, I'm going to look at myself in the mirror. And I'm going to say to myself, I am every bit the person that Artem thinks I am.
And that will be a great day. And I'll step up and be like, just when those thoughts get too intrusive and they start to get too real for you, play your music as loud as you need to, okay?
I will.
Okay. I will get up and start to walk out. And I'm going to, as I'm going down the hall, I'm going to go and go off of like my back and like actually pull the viol that I've been walking around with since I've been playing it on the thing, and I'm gonna walk down the hall just playing Pop Goes the Weasel.
When you get back towards your cabin, Portia's there, and she just kind of sighs and looks at you and chuckles and goes, I know you can play better than that.
I mean, I could possibly, who knows? Depends on the day.
And she just kind of, even with you playing something as simple as Papa Goes the Weasel, like you can see in her face, and she looks at you for a long time, that something feels like she could almost, it's not quite like she's gonna cry at any moment, but just like holding like this image of like you with a smile on your face and like with that viol in your hands and everything. And she kind of just looks to you and it goes, are you good? It seems like you're... just seems like you're carrying quite a few people right now.
I think my problem is, for once in my life, in a long time, I'm too good.
I'm sorry that I have to be one of those people for right now. So thank you. And I'm sure that the people that you're working with would also say the same.
You being here right now, being able to hold you and talk to you, I feel like at the moment I could carry a mountain on my back.
As someone who was recently under one, yeah.
So for now, let's have these tables turn, and I'll be the one to carry it. You've done it for way too long.
Done. I'll happily pass that off.
And again, as she goes to talk, I will again just like hold her and like actually like pull her in as close as I can, just so I can like hear her breathing.
You hear it, and like you feel her shoulders shake as she's been trying to be strong and some days are better than others, but the reality hits every once in a while, and you just feel her shaky breath as she's crying into your shoulder, and she just goes, I am just you came back, and I can't thank you enough for that.
I can't tell you how sorry I am that I ever believed that anyone would have the ability to kill you.
And don't you forget it, because if anyone's gonna be the end of me, it might be you.
Losing you was almost the end of me, so
that tracks then. And like she kind of steps back and she goes, if you thought that I was over, then it makes sense that you were going to be the end of me, because you wouldn't have come. So yeah, that's how logic works, I guess. As she's like trying to like compose herself and everything.
I know things aren't, it's gonna take maybe years, maybe decades, maybe centuries to work out most of this, but on the plus side, we got all the time in the world.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are gonna go do something big, right?
Yes, unfortunately so.
Do you want me there?
I mean, that's a hard... I don't think I can really do much without you being in somewhat of a walking distance from me.
Okay. Perfect.
But
But
where we're going is very dangerous, and it is
scary and dark and ruled by a terrible person who thinks that they can control everyone that they interact with.
Yes.
I've lived that.
Well, so I can't make any kind of decisions. You've been under someone else's beckon and control for so long. Any of this stuff is your call. I can't, if you want to, when we get the trust, if you want to get you a nice room and drink wine and just eat good food and live for a little while, and I'll come back to you, or you can stay on the ship with me. Either way, I can't make that call because you haven't had a say in anything in so long that it would be absurd for me to even think that I should tell you what to do.
She smiles and she goes, well, that helps. Mostly because I can't go to Cephia without you. She would murder me, and she'd probably murder you when you showed up after the fact. So,
yes, that tracks. Yes.
I'm just saying it.
To be fair, let's just say when she does see us, she might still murder us. That's still.
You know what? Hence the reason why we need to go up as a united front here. Like, we
Okay.
need to. If it's gonna be 2-on-1, that's the only way that she's ever gonna forgive us. Feels like a big word. I'll
Yeah.
think on it.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get your opinion because it matters, but at the same time, I just don't want to get in your way. So
There's not a way in hell that could happen.
I'll brush up on my fisticuffs, I guess.
Okay,
I
remember.
will stay in-
No, I'm just kidding.
I will stay in this room entirely.
Okay. Yeah.
She just kind of she goes and she hugs you, and it's a much more confident hug than what she gave before. And
As she
just
does, I just go,
goes-
ow, 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 ow. No, I'm just kidding.
and she goes, oh, well, I think that says more about you than me. And
Yeah.
she like turns
I'm
around
fragile.
and, like,
I'm fragile.
oh, just the most porcelain boy I've ever met.
Yep.
And like and goes off and starts to collect the books that she has and starts to settle herself. As the day continues, go ahead and roll one more performance check, because especially with that
No,
last
I
roll.
don't want to. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can choose to not to, but that's going to make your last half day of travel pretty miserable.
Actually, can I get Ruby to play with me?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So,
Well, I gotta see if Ruby would be okay with
Right.
that.
yeah.
Ruby's fine with that.
Okay.
So because there is an enhanced ability on this already, if Ollie chooses to do that, what I will do for Ruby, what is your performance right now?
+3.
A +3? Okay, cool. That's right, because you're charisma. You're fine.
I
So
just rolled
yeah,
rolled 2 times.
with the fact that we have enhanced ability on you with Artem, if you roll just your straight dice, if your roll hits below a 5, I will count that as a reroll. So go ahead and roll with advantage, but if either of those rolls below a 5, we'll add another roll to it.
Which one of us is rolling? I don't know.
I was gonna say.
It depends. So either one of you could roll with that advantage. Actually, lies. If you want to roll separately, Artem, you get advantage because of Ollie, and Ruby, you would get advantage because of Artem. I like that better. That feels much
Okay.
more balanced.
I'm down.
Let's roll.
That's about accurate.
Yeah, that's about accurate.
Look at them beautiful dice telling a story.
He's managing to barely keep pace.
But you're keeping pace. That's the important thing. The tune and it's very much so like how like a canon works within music. There's a very simple melody, but the longer that the song goes, it builds and it builds and it builds. Ruby, you're playing that basic melody, and Artem has the experience to be able to throw in the arpeggios and the octave jumps and the support to build up your song. So between the two of you, as you guys are turning into Tross, this is probably the sunniest day yet.
I will say, as Artem's playing and he's, trying to stay with Ruby while he's doing it, I will also, since Ollie's doing enhance ability, I want to bring Ollie and try to get him, because when Artem does it, he's not the best when it comes to instrument, and he puts on like a full, like, he likes to dance and move about the ship while he's playing and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, like, I'm gonna try to get Ollie to actually just kind of get in with the performance and just see if Ollie
come do a little like jiggy,
come do a jig with us.
Yeah, I mean, if there's beautiful music, Ollie will almost clashing. Like, if you didn't have a musical understanding, he is doing like a ballroom waltz around the top deck, but it's on time with whatever they're playing.
You're doing
just like, oh, I recognize that one. I was told that dance.
It's the waltz from Enchanted, where they're doing the waltz, but the song that they're dancing to isn't a waltz, so they have to dance the triplets of it. Yeah, that's what's going on here.
Also, Artem would also know how to waltz, and so he will actually, just as we're playing this music, just start to. We're all just we're all just mirroring each other.
Ruby's like a little bit like behind because he's focusing really hard and trying to act.
Ruby, you got a 10. You can't move. I'm sorry, you don't have the breath control for that.
We're spinning around Ruby, like orbiting around her.
Isaac. Amongst watching this, you hear Portia next to you, and she goes, I don't know how he does it. What is this? Is this normal?
It was definitely a little bit different before I found you again.
I mean, he's always been a little off kilter, but I'm glad to see that you're all being able to enjoy the person that I know.
Definitely seems in higher spirits since you were rescued.
And she kind of looks down at your arms, and she goes, listen, as someone who has experienced a level of darkness and a level of terror, I'm glad you're getting help. I waited for it, and it took a long time. And it's weird, like, you have felt the thrall of the black spot. And when you encountered Crawley, there was no pull to him. And even with you talking to Portia, there's no pull of the black spot to mark her. Whatever had her, the black spot recognizes game for game, essentially.
It's just thankful that it was me instead of anyone else in the group.
You'll figure it out. You seem smart. At least that's what Artem tells me.
Eyes kind of bulge a little bit. Artem says that.
He said seemed, so I have to take that for the grain of salt that it is, so.
That would make more sense.
And she kind of winks at that and goes, and like gives you that that he talked about all of you. And she just kind of smiles and goes, well, if you'll excuse me, I don't appreciate my husband dancing with someone else, and like goes and like totally cuts off Ollie. And I
was about to say, as they look up from that like really tender moment, Ollie has wild shape into an ape and is dancing to the music.
And that's probably at the point that like that Portia's like, okay, no, and like it's just and is going to like intervene with dancing with her husband, as Clover is just like bouncing around the boat, and it feels incredibly good to see and feel this moment as you all are pulling into trust, and you see the lighthouse of Sorna's Breath. It's day, it's morning, or mid-morning at this point, so it looks like it's not quite on. But compared to the last time that you were all here, it looks very much so like business is back, in the sense of boats are coming toing and froing, and there's a lot less panic. It's a lot less busy as well. We're days past the summer solstice and that celebration. And so it's business as usual back on Trust as the grave mistake pulls into dock and a familiar Triton and a dog start to work their way down the dock to you all. And we're going to pick up there next week.
Boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. We did it.
Beautiful, everybody.
We're home. We're finally home.
Yay! Land that's not scary.
We like jump off and start kissing the ground like one of those.
Yeah.
Like,
People that only sometimes want to kill us. Let's go.
I was gonna say, you guys, Not a Hammock is looking pretty great now.
Oh man. Oh goodness.
Oh man, so good, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Fantastic.
Man, 4th level spells. Got to prep myself for that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. You can talk to
I
gods
knew it was
whenever
something
you
I
want.
wanted to do, and then as we started the session, I went, I probably should have let Tam know in advance.
Well,
It's okay.
I actually fully started crying during
Yeah.
that scene. I don't know if you can see. I think in one more you can see like a tear rolling down my cheek.
Right.
The RP went crazy.
so good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff all around, everybody. But yeah, thanks again for looks because between our Daggerheart game and this, looks like we've got a couple of new friends here. So thank you guys so much for following along and everything. So we'll hopefully keep doing a good job, and we'll keep doing this weekly game, and then not this week but the next Monday, so I'll just do that reminder as well. We have our Daggerheart stream again that Tony DMs, which is so nice to have the pressure off that way.
Everything's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, there's nothing
Nothing's
bad.
gonna
Yeah,
explode.
yeah, nothing bad.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
No. Gosh. But yeah, with that, thank you guys so much, and we will